Sup, nerds? James here with Brandon and Jimmy. And today we are talking about something very special because I share a birth year with it. Revenge of the Sith is coming back to theaters.
Woo! Pretty excited for this. And if I may tell a little story, and this is why the only really reason why I love James was that in 2005, I can't remember exactly what day it was coming out. It was in the summer, but Revenge of the Sith was coming out. And Allison, my wife, your mom, was going to have rotator cuff surgery. It was scheduled, set to go. It was the only Star Wars movie when I was of age that I wasn't going to be at the premiere night. It's like, I settled it. Whatever. Okay. We found out she was pregnant with James. No surgery. Got to go to opening night. Awesome.
Oh my God. James, look at you. You pulled a solid before you even existed.
Yep.
What can I say? I've been the best man before I was even born.
Coming in clutch.
You've been a help my whole life. Thank you. Well, your whole life. Yeah. Anywho, yes, very excited to see Revenge of the Sith in theaters. I mean, obviously it's out, available. Go see it wherever you want. But there's just something about Star Wars in a movie theater. And this, to me, is one of the best of the prequels. It's just an awesome experience, especially if you've never seen it. And now we're, Jesus, 19 years ago.
Well, here's my secret shame, I guess. That is the one prequel I did not see in theaters because I saw episode 1, saw episode 2. That was 2005 when that came out, right? Yeah. So because I remember being at the drive-in here, we went to go see something, and that was playing on another screen. And one of my friends was like, "Oh, I still have to see it." I had no interest in seeing that in theaters because I was like, he becomes Darth Vader. Who gives a shit? We know what happens. Like, I did not care about seeing that movie in theaters at all. And then when I bought it, when I bought it and watched it, I was like, holy shit. This was so much better because I just he becomes Darth Vader. Let's move on. Like this was dumb to lead to this.
James, and I'm reconsidering. I always thought it was you or your sister that was going to kill me, but now Brandon has entered the arena. Wow, hilarious. That just hurts my heart, man.
Dude, I swear, I remember we looked over and I saw Grievous fighting Obi-Wan, and I was just like. Yeah, and then Vader we know they lose. It's fine. I don't need to waste my time because I know that part of the story.
So you really
17-year-old Brandon, how silly you were.
17-year-old Brandon was an idiot.
Yeah. Oh, hey, guess what? 37-year-old Brandon's still kind of an idiot, so it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
36, not yet. Couple months.
Dude. He almost cooked himself.
Almost, yeah.
Well, that's the problem. If you get this old and you're like, wait a minute. Is it 47, 48? How old am I? I can't remember.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucked up. I thought 2005 was 5 years ago. I'm fucking.
I'm not 5, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm just telling you.
I turned 20 this year. I turned 20 this year.
I'm just telling you, man. Shit. Time's the son of a bitch.
Well, it's funny because we have another fun story with Revenge of the Sith when it finally did come out on home video. We bought it on DVD, and we were very protective of what we allowed James to watch. So we're talking 2000. What? I can't remember.
I think it was 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I don't think Madison was born yet.
I believe it was the first PG-13 of the Star Wars series.
Yeah.
And Allison let James just watch it all the way through, especially when Anakin becomes a chicken nugget and gets barbecued. And she walked in on that scene, and James was like. And I got that phone call later that she did that. And I'm like, honey, are you kidding me? He was 10 and I went and took you to see Avengers and mommy was freaked out. And there's nothing weird in that movie. I'm like, come on.
I have vivid memories of crying to that scene. No! That ruined me.
Do you want to hear another like fucked up story with shit like that, dude? Like seeing things younger than you should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have many of these. I watched a lot of stuff, and 9 times out of 10, if my parents were like, let's be honest, my mom was like, you can't watch that, I would find a way to watch it because now it means I have to. I don't know if James is aware of this movie or the lore behind it, but I was like 3 or 4, or like 4 or 5. I was very young, and everything's scary at that point. You have no range of what is hokey and what isn't. But there was a movie on TV, and it scared the shit out of me. And when I got older, I found out that movie is what is considered maybe the worst horror movie of all time, Troll 2.
No, Bob.
And I like, no, you don't understand. There were scenes in that movie, like, this dude like eats something and turns into slop, and then all these trolls come up and eat it. And watching it as an adult, I'm like, that shit is hokey. But there is a thing in the back of my brain that remembers the fear I felt at like 4 seeing this. And I'm like, you're telling me the worst movie of all time, like the worst horror movie ever made, considered,
made a documentary about how bad it is.
Fucked me up for years.
That's hilarious,
dude. Fucking awful.
Great job, Brandon.
The original, not that it's like hugely better, but
never saw any of it. But I just that whole thing, like as a kid, fucked me up. So yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, I had to share that with the James C. and burnt marshmallow Anakin.
No, Anakin, no.
Exactly. Like you're just now. See, now as an adult, you're like, but like when you still watch that, you still remember that like fear, right?
I remember like crying when Padme died, like crying that whole ending, and so I'm watching it and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
no, don't do it. I see that moment where he's like, I hate you, and I'm like, no, stop, don't do it, no, stop, don't jump, don't.
Yeah,
he still does it. I'm like, God damn it.
Well, I hope this doesn't embarrass James. But it's along those lines, Brandon, where you watch something too young, but it was an indication of where anything could mess you up. James, we showed him at an appropriate age. I think he was 3 or 4. Elmo and Groucho.
Oh, Elmo, dude, that's.
And at one point, they ripped his blanket, and James was devastated. And you're like, "Oh my God, this is a show or a movie that's supposed to be shown to these kids." Yet you're right, that's horrific.
Dude,
what a nightmare.
I still watch some movies where like a kid has like a little thing that they love and they lose it. I'm like, no,
because you relate back to that moment.
It messes with me. It's like I can't keep watching because they don't have like their stuffed animal or their blanket. I'm like, no,
dude, that's fucking rough.
It hurts me to watch that sometimes.
And people wonder why this generation is soft. I grew up with Last Unicorn, Never Ending Story, Lassie.
Oh man.
Like, let's kill everything.
Never Ending Story was another one that was just like, oh my God, like
betray you, mama. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
the horse.
We've gone down, and that's another funny one I see all the time. I really thought quicksand was going to be more important in my life because the number of times people died in the 80s.
My God!
Like, oh my God!
I can remember being a kid and be like, I don't ever want to go to any jungle.
Yeah,
ever. That sounds awful. There's just quicksand everywhere.
In jungles is super rare. It's like an ecological niche that only works if you have a desert and then a marshland in the same area.
No, I took if you would have asked the high school Brandon, be like, yeah, there's like quicksand all over South America,
everywhere. It exists.
Is it? I don't know how they have. I don't
even know.
Yeah, I don't know how they have roads there because I just assumed it was all quicksand.
Yeah. There's
quicksand and giant bugs.
You can even obviously tell what is quicksand and what's not quicksand. It clearly looks like a puddle.
See, that's the thing. I thought it looked normal. I thought it was just sand that you step in and then you die.
No, that's a sinkhole. That's a sinkhole.
Movie world that just happened to step on ground that turned to quicksand to ignore this.
Yeah,
it's a problem, dude.
So back on topic, when does Episode 3 come back into theaters?
April 25th.
All right.
I think. Let me check.
I did see the new Matt Ferguson poster for it. Huge fan of Matthew Ferguson. He's done
his stuff's great.
Several of the re-release Star Wars posters, of which I have. So now I got to figure out a way to nab this one because it's not easy.
Yeah.
But
you're running out of room, dude.
Not even that. Just I'm old and slow, and people beat me to it now.
Yes, April 25th.
Cool. Yeah, we will be going to see that. I was bummed when I get it. May 4th is a big deal, but when May 4th is on Free Comic Book Day, why would you release like the marathon of Star Wars movies? That made me so mad.
Right?
Take advantage of that.
Right.
So I'm excited to go see this one in theaters.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited to see it in theaters for the first time.
God damn it, Brandon.
I know.
Can't wait to relive childhood trauma.
God damn it, Brandon.
I'm going to watch Troll 2 later.
Welcome to Nilbog.
Oh, my God. So embarrassing.